Ma, ma, ma. Are we on? Are we on? Yes, we are on. Hello, everyone. Come one, come all, come in general. This is Top Knot Analysis, your favourite YouTube video essayist reviewer talking man. Oh yeah, of course, Top Knot. It's just loose because I wet my hair so that I could attempt to take better care of it, but that's neither here nor there. Also, I'm like, if it wasn't for these headphones, I would be rocking the Heihachi style right now. I need to get that sorted eventually. Also, I want to wear a pretty ass braid, so yeah. But that's neither here nor there. Hello, everyone. This is Top Knot Analysis, your favourite YouTube video essayist reviewer talking man on the YouTubes, Reddits, TikToks, and Tumblrinos. You can follow me on the TikToks at either Top Knot Analysis or TopNotPlays, either or, whatever. And, yeah, we're gonna do something a little crazy today. We're gonna do 60 seconds Reatomized. I have many a fond memory of, of like watching Markiplier play this game with my brother. As in watching with my brother, not my brother knows Markiplier. That would be handy though, all things considered. But, yeah. So yeah, I guess, but I would like to say without further ado-doodles, but with a mild amount of doodles, I do want to share this stuff to my family right about now. Yeah, and as you can see from the title alone, it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, nuclear family, literally. Ha ha ha. Puns. I am a mad genius with a big ol', you know, the rest. And blam. Type of shit you ninjas wouldn't understand. Okay, well now that's sorted. Oh, wait, I should also send this to someone else. Good old Malala. Good old Malala. Who doesn't like Malala? Anyway, oh yeah, silly me, I should also open that so that I can have access to stuff and things. So yeah. Oh, and it literally says top messages under the live chat. Isn't that adorable? So yeah. Oh boy. I almost dropped my... Damn it. Anyway, we are going to get jiggy with it in multiple directions. So look forward to that. Yeah, let's do it, man. Yeah. I'm gonna be Dolores because, you know, she a real trooper, you know. Yeah, she also looks like, she looks very unbothered, you know, like, despite how, I like being an animated little mad goblin man, but at the same time I do desperately want to be nonchalant at the same time sometimes, so yeah. Don't worry, the sound is on. I certainly checked. At least it should be. If the sound isn't on, feel free to tell me, because once we start getting into this level, then the music should be... Oh yeah, and the wah-wah. Oh boy. I just realised I'm playing this with my bad controller. I have to fix this. Yeah, this is the bad controller, by the way, because it has lots of stick drift, and that is not going to be very handy for a game that already has not the best movement mechanics. On purpose, admittedly, but that's neither here nor there. You know what is going to be here and there? My foot up the ass of any raiders that try to get jiggy with my lady bits. So, yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, let's do this. Okay, what do we... we have a... Okay, yeah, we've definitely got to keep the radio and some other stuff. That will be very handy. Yeah, come on. Oh, we got bullets. Okay, and we got that, and we got this. Okay, we gotta get going now. What to you too? Where is the... There it is. Hey, Timmy! Damn it, Timmy! Oh, mask! Mask! Give me the mask! Okay, little chunky face. We have to... Oh yeah, the bug, the plug, the battle they bid, battle they should, and the gun, and the gun, and the gun. Why am I... Oh, okay, never mind. Get the padlock. Pads. Okay, that must be... Sweet baby Geraldine. Well, I hope that was as much fun for you as it was for me. The only explosion in my life I didn't want to experience, I'll tell you that for free. Anyway. That's not toxic fog, just put on a gas mask and keep enjoying life. This is going to be very fun. I'm really going to get to flex my, my theatrical chops. Take a look at that. Ding, ding, oh, actually, okay, I will fiddle with the volumes a little bit. I don't know what the fluff gamma is meant to mean, but what... Oh! Maybe I'm assuming if I fiddle with cursor sensitivity, then maybe that'll let me do things more easily with the survival bit, but whatever it's called. Moving on. Okay. May not have the best starting setup, but it is certainly better than nothing. So, yay. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. So long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We can't remember bringing those supplies down the shelter, but we're not complaining. We certainly should have stocked it better anyway. Okay, so we got the axe and other stuff, hell yeah. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We will have to ration it strictly. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure is a good amount of supplies. Okay, and you know what? We're celebrating today, so yeah. Then again, no. No one's hungry or thirsty yet. I should probably just keep a lid on that. It's not easy to be calm in these circumstances. Hopefully we will keep our peace, or else we might have to act like wolves. Survival of the fittest and all. If you say so. It's a shame my chroma key is a little fucky right now, but whatever, it's not the end of the world. Oh yes, sitting here. Time to ration supplies, I guess nothing... Oh wait. Oh, some mornings we feel a bit hopeless. We need to pull ourselves together and to be more optimistic. The army can't be far. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. There's nothing going on with Ted, nothing new anyway. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? Timmy might not look like it, but he's a strong young boy. He's doing just fine. So good for y'all. Okay, I think this is going to be the start of something very good. Ted seems to be in really good shape. Okay, big man tings. There's been some radio chatter about airdrops from the military. It's about time. All those taxes had to pay for a crate or two for us, right? Shall we head out and get them? Hell yeah! Okay, I like where this is going. The airdrop crate we found wasn't exactly huge, but it contained a few supplies, motherfucker. That will definitely help us. We were especially happy to find some water bottles and canned food cans. For a minute we thought it was canned meat, but then we found out it was tomato soup. Our theory is that this whole country used to run on tomatoes and no one suspected such a thing. Yeah, just imagine like an alternate universe where instead of putting horse meat in the beef burgers, they put tomatoes in the beef burgers, and then everyone was like, I was strictly vegan all along, that was weird. Water is all Dolores wants, Ted is really thirsty, Timmy is something to drink, Mary Jane sounds like a right idea. Timmy doesn't need much of a dish of drink. Okay, so thirsty, yeah. Boom, bam, boom, blap, bam. We need to make a choice for today's expedition. I did get the suitcase, did I? Oh, it wasn't a suitcase, it was a fluffing... Okay, well... I guess the gas mask, you know, for no other reason than shit might go down, so yeah. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Dolores is no longer thirsty. No one is no longer thirsty. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. And we have good supply chains. So hell yeah. Ah, guess what? We already got ourselves our very own Fallout garden. We've got a bunch of mushrooms growing on the walls. Big enough to be eaten. But how about that? Should we prepare a mushroom feast today? Probably not, because I'm actually going to attempt to do my best now. Yeah. And on account of having played this game a couple times recently, I might be aware of a couple of major pitfalls, so yeah. We may be hungry, but there are just some things we will never eat. Well, wool fungus is one of them. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she isn't saying so out loud. Timmy is on his best behaviour. How long will it last? He's a bit of a twink man, and not very, you know, he may be bright, but he's not very big in the britches, so, you know. What in the hell are those sounds? Are they coming from the garden walls? They are driving us crazy. Is something crawling in the air vents? Relax, take a deep breath. We should probably calm down before we start tearing them down. Maybe try something relaxing for a bit, like a game of cards. Day 6. Having some fun made us forget about... what was it again? I swear, if it turns out that the plot twist from Parasite is right under our noses, then that would be very funny. Anyway. Dolores will not last long without water. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it all day. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. We can't leave Timmy without water for long. Okay, we got you covered right there, and then, boom! After all the days we spent down here, we're not exactly clean. We smell bad. Real bad. It didn't bother us until we noticed it, and now we're about to get sick. So why not take a shower? We don't have soap, but there are other alternatives to consider. Okay, here's the thing. The last time I came up to this problem, I did not use bug spray, specifically because of a little real-life story time I'm going to share with you guys, so look forward to that. Basically, one time, you know, long time ago, in a land far, far away, called Falmouth, I was seeing a situationship at the time, and basically there was a lot of flute flies in the area, and like, yeah, normally I wouldn't chat this much shit about someone that I've seen, however, things ended very badly, so I will be a little bit petty, and say, motherfucker's place was so horribly messy that I had to help her clean up. And there was like 50 black bin bags all over the floor, and you know, and the bed was just a massive circular sphere of fabrics and unrelated bullshittery. and the bath was probably full of something, I don't know. But the point being, because this place was so messy, she had the bright idea, or we had the bright idea, of using a bug spray. So we sprayed the bug spray. However, on the bug spray it said, oh, you should always leave a window open, don't be in the same room as this bug spray for long. And so we sprayed the bug spray, and we spent some more time together in the room, and everything was fine. You know, it was maybe a little bit stinging for a bit, but then we were fine. Then we walked out of the room to, you know, go gallivanting to Brighton, probably. And the moment we hit, like, actual fresh air, you know, it was, like, reacting very badly to the bug spray and made us, like it really got in our lungs and it was doing some bad juju to us. So, yeah, that is why I did not use bug spray off-screen when I last played this game a couple days ago. But I'm assuming bug spray, for the sake of this story, is the closest thing we'll have to an antiseptic. Even though bug spray is going to be very useful for fighting off bugs, but... guess we'll give it a go, why on earth not? Then no, it has a skull on it. It's probably dangerous. Oh. No one's sick. Well, okay then. I'm very pleasantly surprised. We finally have a good use for that bug spray we brought down. It probably smells better than we do, so we can use it to become a bit more presentable smell-wise anyway. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Okay, everyone needs a little bit of something. It's cool, don't worry, I got you. I got you covered, y'all. What we would give to be able to enjoy the sunshine again. We can't say there's a lot of light underground. We don't expect it to get any brighter down here. That's a nice little beach scene. One day, God willing, this is probably the longest, like, usually on my other gameplays, everyone would get disheveled by, like, the first 3 days. So the fact that everyone only looks, like, mostly presentable and only a tiny bit fucked up is, like, kind of nice. So yeah, I like where this is going. Hopefully the time to leave will come soon. Dolores is no longer hungry, Timmy is no longer fat and hungry. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jizza, so yeah. Oh, moving on. During the light, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind the door. When we peeked out in the morning, we saw a leather suitcase. It had no address or name on it, but we're pretty sure it's meant for us. Should we open it? Most likely. And hopefully we actually get to keep the suitcase. It would be really nice to have a suitcase for future expeditions. Ah, hello, Ted Nougat. Inside the suitcase we found some soup, but yuck! It's expired a long time ago. We're not feeling very well. Some of us spent the whole morning using the bucket in the corner. We're not accepting anonymous gifts ever again. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. Our house is in ruins. We still haven't paid the mortgage. No need to worry about that now, is there? The least we could do was pick through whatever is left and see if there are any useful items. Maybe one of Timmy's comic books survived. The only recognizable furniture in the kids' room were burned desks and Mary Jane's bed. There was a hidden stash under the bed. It was full of soup cans. Who doesn't like soup? Might even buy clothes from there. Our kitchen is a pile of rubble. It took us weeks to find those lovely chairs that match the floor tiles. Now they were nowhere to be found, only a few bottles of water remained scattered in the dirt. The car blew up. It's now a roasted piece of metal junk in some fantastically incomprehensible way, the spare rifle in the truck survived all of that, and it still works. Yay! We have a gun we can do shit with, so yay! The muddy swamp, which used to be our toilet, is now home to something that remotely resembles a mutated turtle. After exchanging a few pleasantries, it gave us anti-bug spray and wished us all the best of luck. Oh yay, I actually made a surplus, hell yeah! I swear, the only thing that could make this better would be finding a map, and then I would be rock solid. We spotted some sort of vehicle just down the street, but couldn't get a good enough look at it in the dark. Maybe future expeditions will prove more fruitful. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Dolores, Ted, Mary Jane, Timmy. Ah, damn it all. Well, I'm sure you'll survive eventually, so don't you worry. And actually, okay, you know what? Maybe food would also help as well. Yeah, just because recovery and all that. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk for our health right now. Dolores might be fit enough to scavenge outside. Wasteland is no match for Mary Jizza, and Timmy can do anything. I wonder. I mean, okay, maybe if I send Dolores out, then maybe she'll be able to find a first aid kit. Not only that, but also if I send Dolores out, then that means we have no more sick people in the cabin, and therefore, where's Ted? Timmy! Yeah, Ted just came back, and Timmy is good, and I'm just debilitating, or delegating, or whatever the fuck, over who I want to send out. I guess I'll send Dolores out next, just because, you know, at least with fewer sick people in the area, then, you know, less chance of a spread, I guess. What is that sound? Oh no, something or someone is below us. It's only reasonable to go and check it out. How about using that manhole corner? Okay, I'm going to assume whatever's in there, we're going to hack it up, but whatever, it's cool. Oh, okay, so... Oh! Map! Map! Yes! I was literally just saying this! Now, I feel especially virile. So, yes. Okay, I like where this is going. Amazing! We had a pirate cave right under the house. It was filled with treasure of sorts. Too bad we only had time to grab a map before the place collapsed. Luckily, it didn't have any impact on our shelter. Dolores, Ted, old Ted, Mary Jizza, Mary Jane, Timmy. So yeah. Okay, I like where this is going. Ah. Enough sitting around here twiddling with our own dongles. Okay, yeah, if it's radioactive, you definitely need that, so yeah. Big D, the floor is yours. Yeah, nice to see you, Jay. Why am I looking down? It's nice to see you, Jay. Dolores. Ted, Mary Jizza, just hungry? Hell yeah, I can work with that. And there we go. It's been a while. We don't know much about what's happening on the surface. Well, now we do, because we have a portable radio, so we're gonna get the fuck out of here with everyone, because I have a massive member. So yeah. I am very ecstatic right now. Anyway. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into the government's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news! The fallout outside has mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. Ted is no longer hungry, Ted is rested, water is what Mary Jane needs, Timmy and Timmy. And there we go! Every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss. So when a single brick fell out from the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We should probably check that hole out and see what the source of that smell is. I mean, it might make us sick, but there might be something handy up there, so why on earth not? And hey, worst case scenario, one person gets sick, I send them out. Luckily, no one got sick, so now I'm incredibly happy. We looked into the hole, fearing something might come at us. With claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts. I'm having thoughts right now. Anyway, but nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. Yeah. Ted, Mary Jane, Timmy. Okay. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part. I mean, I'd be very happy to ruin Dolores when she gets back, if only we had some privacy. Anyway, of course, however, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. Countdown to Mary Jane's OP transformation. yeah, like, fingers crossed, you know, Mary Jane goes Kaioken, I don't know, Dolores opens the 8 gates, Timmy, I don't know, Chinese electric Batman, if you know, you know, and Ted, I don't know, y'all seen Sakamoto Days? I've only seen episode 1, so yeah. Okay, maybe the characters aren't getting sick, but anyway. Good news! The government made a radio broadcast about extracting survivors from our area. The announcer asked everyone listening to wait a while longer and expect further communication. In a few days, we'll be out of here soon. Ted is no longer thirsty, Ted's stomach is rumbling, Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. Timmy is on his best behaviour. How long will it last? Oh, just hungry? Yeah, I can think so. And boom. Mutated rodents are attacking our supplies. We're not sure if they're rats, feral bunnies, or just mutated hamsters. All of these options are pretty grim. We could use spare ammunition or something else to get rid of every one of these pests. How about no? Yeah, especially considering the bullet barter economy that comes later on, so yeah. Well, everyone seems relatively decent, so yay. Our cans are saved. Too bad for the hairy mutant. Guess we're still top of the food chain. Good for us. Ted, Mary Jane, Timmy. Okay, so you're fine. Oh, thirsty and hungry. Can't have that. And boom. Ring, ring. There we were, thinking we could never hear a telephone again, when suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figured it's the phone booth across the street. Should someone go answer it? Hell yes! When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a grasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. No relation to Doc and Marty, I suppose. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Ted! Mary Jane! Timmy. Ba. Bra. Ha. We didn't think we would get a chance to increase our food supply by simply playing a card game, but that's what we were offered by a man who knocked on our door today. 2 cans of food. We win, we get his 2 cans. We lose, we give him our 2 cans. Are we going to do it? I mean, we do have a surplus of food, so why on earth not? Worst case scenario, we lose 2 cans, so it's not the end of the world. Oh dear lord. Someone's been been through the trenches by the looks of it. Haha! Lady Luck has smiled on us! Back firm across our bare backside! We won a vicious game of war. The man wasn't too happy about it, but he delivered on his promise here. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. During our expedition, we stumbled across a half-ruined wall of some half-burnt painting on it. We quickly realized we found the ruins of our local museum. Normally, we would never enter an establishment like that without a ticket, but desperate times call for desperate measures. We jumped over the turnstile without looking back. We were hoping for some sweets or snacks, but all the museum canteen had to offer us was tomato soup. Those poor tourists. Damn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. The vehicle down the street looked like someone's work in progress. We observed it from afar. Who could the owner be? We've kept our distance for the time being, but we may want to take a closer look into the future. This could potentially be our ticket out of here. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores is really tired. Ted is no longer thirsty. Timmy is no longer hungry. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? Damn. Well, okay, the government did say that we should try to stay put for a little while, so I guess we won't plan an expedition yet. Claustrophobia is difficult to fight against, especially in a little clustered bunker. Maybe if we could open the door for just a few minutes, let some air in. I don't see why not. I mean, we're armed and dangerous. Fuck! Well, okay then. Opening the door and letting contaminated air in was a great idea. Now, instead of phobias, we need to deal with vomiting. Dolores has not eaten for a while. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores. Ted became infected with something. Everyone has to drink sometimes, including Mary Jane. Is there any water left? How about getting Timmy something to drink? He's not looking well. Also, Jesus, I mean, okay, now to the untrained eye it might appear to be a knife, but no, it's actually a syringe, and he's squirting, he's squirting his shot, I wouldn't mind squirting someone else's shot, if you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, can you tell I'm in a good mood? Okay, y'all are thirstier than I am. Like, back your bussy onto some sort of corner or something. But we could still make a rep over this. You know what? Mary Jane is feeling excellent, isn't she? So I will just trust her that it's there. Dolores and Timmy both love to read. They are also both craving some fun and challenge. That doesn't include radioactive agony or being beaten by a mutant raccoon. They decided to hold a competition on who can read the scout book faster. Insane. Should we let them? I don't see why not. Oh dear, they basically tore the book apart, and it's impossible to say who won. Both Dolores and Timmy seem really content though. Maybe one book is a small price to pay for their temporary happiness. Dolores has not eaten for a while. We haven't done anything about Dolores. They're still tired. Ted is Ted and Ted and Ted. Mary Jane, Timmy. Yeah. Bah. Okay, what do we have that we can take out? I'm gonna go on a wild limb chase and say the gum, because of reasons. Although, okay, oh yeah, gum. Why on earth not? You got to defend yourself sometimes. Day 20. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Dolores is still tired and can't seem to sleep it off. Dolores, Ted, Tim. Sick and sick, tired, and hungry. The three genders. I need to blow myself. I apologize profusely for what you're about to witness. Dolores has been really angry about the door incident from a few days ago. She just doesn't want to let it go. She seems very hostile. We need to have an intervention, or we are bound to end up fighting. Should we try to talk it over? The alternative is to settle this on the battlefield. Yeah, no, the only type of woman beating I endorse is the consensual kind, if you know what I mean. Well, that was just peachy keen, wasn't it? Moving on. Hey! Now you went from looking like you had a case of the snibbles to looking like a mild case of consumption. Oh shit, Timmy looks like he has consumption now, my goodness, but I guess that's neither here nor there, is it? Moving on. Dolores had to release some steam, that's all. We're all a bit tired, but hopefully this can be cured with a good night's sleep. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Ted is sick, Ted is tired, Ted is fatigué. Timmy is no longer hungry. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. We should drink some. Timmy is really tired. I don't know why you're tired, Timmy. You haven't done shit. Whatever, it's cool. Thirsty. Sick, tired, and fatigued. Well, at least y'all are no longer... Oh, Ted's sick, but at least Dolores made a speedy recovery. 1 minute it was all fine, and the next we were at each other's throats, and not in the fun way. How did this happen? This is insane. We need to get a grip on ourselves. If we are going to survive this, let's just sleep on it. There's a cat and a mouse. Cat might eat the mouse. Mouse might mutate. Mouse might go by the name of Jerry. You know what else we don't like? The Jerrys, who are probably working with the Reds. Because they're putting gender in the bathwater and communism in the breadsticks. Oh boy, looking like Disco Dave over here on the far left, if you know, you know. We could barely sleep after all that arguing. Let's hope this won't happen again. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. Well, you know what? I have needs too, Dolly Parton. So how about... I'm being such a dick to these people who are literally going through trauma right now. Like, collectively. So, yeah. Dolores would really love to eat something. Ted keeps coughing, and Ted might be tired and needs more time, and Ted needs a few drops of water, and who doesn't need water, because we're all thirsty in this day and age. You know who else is thirsty? Rhetorical question. You already know how I roll. Anyway. I feel like I'm forgetting something. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just 1 can of soup, we get to the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside. You know what? We have a surplus of soup, so why on earth not? You know, like, if I was lower, I wouldn't accept this, but you know what? You caught me in a rare good mood. Hi, Fiddlesticks. I'ma call you... Oh, wait, yeah. Wait, no. You already have a name, don't you? Sharikov is your dead name, because you have nothing to lose but your chains, comrade. This is why you have no American name to go with your American family. Vladimir. I might even call you Shevchenko, because she is a good person. I'm sorry. As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to just be an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Its collar says Sharikov. Is that its name? Dolores is still tired and can't seem to sleep it off. Dolores is no longer hungry. Ted. Whatever will we do with you? Nothing in front of the miners, I'll tell you that for free. Anyway, Timmy keeps falling asleep in his chair. He needs a few days to rest. Poor Tim Tam. Sick, died, and fatigue. Oh wait, no, he's hungry, so yeah. No thirst, no thirst. Good for you. Yeah. I wonder if eating would You know what? Probably not. He probably just needs more time. Today an army broadcast interrupted our, let's just call it breakfast. Anyway, they seemed very eager to evacuate us away from here, but then went over several things that needed to happen before they do it. The first item on the list is up to us, and we're pissed. Why do I keep bastardizing Epic the Musical? You know, it's gotta be one of my favorite genders. Anyway, eager to do it. First item on the list is up to us. We were given geographical coordinates and need to get there to leave a sign we're still alive. This should be easy with a map. Hell yeah! Nope, got to take care of that. And done. Well, at least no one else has got seasick, so hell yeah. A quick glance at the map gave us all the information we required. We left them a message in a bottle. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. Dolores can't remain this thirsty for long. You and me both, sister. Ted keeps coughing and coughing. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time to recover his strength. Ted isn't hungry anymore. Timna needs rest a bit longer. Timna doesn't need much, but he should drink. Timna is hungry. Talking about being sick and tired. Anyway. Someone is at the door. We're a bit scared, but maybe it's a friendly face or an American soldier. Oh, sure, just like in real life, huh? Anyway. Yay! Well, at least we're all somewhat disheveled now. We opened the hatch, but there was nobody there. Damn pranksters making jokes even after the apocalypse. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. We decided to finally check what we can find between the rubble in our own backyard, our poor lawns and flowers. Once the object of desire of the whole neighborhood, now reduced to nothing more than radioactive ashes covered in debris. We used to barbecue here almost every weekend. The barbecue itself somehow found its way onto a power line in front of our house, and it's unreachable. Our garden table is mostly destroyed under bits and pieces of charred wood. We found a few things that could prove useful. Oh yay, the harmonicusy, hell yeah. We believe that our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. Dolores complains she still can't get a good night's sleep around here. I mean, okay, I'll give you this, maybe the light can be a bit distracting, but if you're having trouble sleeping on a hard metal floor with no sounds and no fresh air and no moonlight, then that's probably a you problem. And, you know, because there are starving children in America right now, haven't you heard? Yeah, because... Ted hasn't recovered from his illness yet. Ted still hasn't recovered his energy. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Mary Jane's tired and that is not good. Mary Jane is pretty fatigued and maybe she can open the gate and find a way for us to get supplies. And oh, I have now just realized I dropped my phone, so if you said something, then I guess I have to keep bubbling. Smoke trees every day. KSI've been really quiet for the last 5 seconds. Anyway. Timmy. Anyway. Sick, tired. Oh, thirsty, okay. Hungry. Oh boy, we are getting low on water though. Shite! This is not a good look. Well, okay then. A note on our doorstep took us all by surprise. In it we found a request to bring some supplies to a set location. Signed, Friends. Friends? What kind of friends? We don't know who these people are, but here's our chance to find out. They're promising to make it worth our while. Should we help them? Well, okay then. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Oh god, did someone else get sick? No one else got sick, thank God. The authors of the note turned out to be twin siblings, a brother and sister. They greeted us happily and took us to a small tent where they started hanging out the supplies we brought to a small group of hungry survivors. Between them were people of all ages, including children, the elderly, and even a mime. The siblings shook our hands and proclaimed this at the beginning of a new friendship. They promised to contact us again soon. Oh, okay, well... I mean, it would have been nice to trade some soup for some water from the Joker, but that's neither here nor there. You know, we did a good deed, and that makes me very hard. So, yeah. Dolores needs more time to rest because of reasons. Ted. Mary Jane. Timmy. Oh, hungry and thirsty. Well, okay then. We finally got a good look at the vehicle down the street. A tank. No wheels, but it was reinforced with metal grills. But where were the weapons? What kind of vehicle needs a weapon? Let's get out there with some equipment and find something fitting. I don't want to lose the map! But then again... I guess I'm sacrificing the padlock because, because at least we have weapons, so if the raiders show up, then we'll be able to defend ourselves. But if we lose the map, then our connection to the military is completely fucked, so yeah. Wow to you too. Good for you getting that good ventilation. Anyway. We broke our padlock's key while lockpicking a sick bandit safe nearby. Inside were some yo-yos without strings and a heavy machine gun. We installed it carefully on the vehicle we found. We locked the empty cache with our padlock, so the bastards wouldn't be able to access it anymore. Dolores is still tired and can't seem to sleep it off. Dolores will not last long without water. Dolores would like something to eat. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. Ted is still mighty tired and needs more time to recover his strength. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Mary Jane is still tired. Let's give her some time to recover. Mary Jane is no longer hungry. Timmy still hasn't rested. How about getting Timmy something to drink? He's not looking very well. Gee, I never would have noticed. Anyway, oh boy. So boy. We're running low, aren't we? I mean, what else can we possibly do? I mean, Okay, fine. We're gonna hang tight ever so slightly longer. While trying to pet the little devil, we found a piece of paper on its collar with an address scribbled on it. Could its previous owners still be around and worried sick? Chances are slim, but maybe we should pay them a visit, or at least whatever's left of them. Why on earth not? Before we reached the end of our street, we were stopped by two men wearing dark coats and stylish hats. They rushed towards the cat to pick him up, saying they'd been looking for him for a while now. Supposedly, Sharikov belongs to an old lady who's rather fond of it and misses the little guy dearly. We shrugged and went back to our shelter. The cat didn't seem to care, so why should we? Good thing we didn't get too attached to it in the last few days. Dolores complains she still can't get good night's sleep around here, when surely the breathing of your brother comrades should be all the energy so consumptions you need instead of the sleep. Dolores is no longer thirsty because you only need to be thirsty for the juices of Mother Russia. I'm a sick twist. Anyway, Dolores is no longer hungry. He's pretty fatigued. I keep saying fatigued. Like, I'm not calling everyone a fat homosexual. It's French for fatigued. So yeah. Something should be done about Ted. Water, Mary Jane, sleep, water. Water, Ted, think, drink, water, rest, thing. Time to ration things. Hang on, are you hungry as well? No? Okay then. Not the best video, too. Fair enough. Oh, that's going to be very handy. Yes, please. Today we were visited by a strange-looking little man who introduced himself as a trader. He insisted his prices were so low, it's practically like cutting his own throat. Good, because we need stuff to go outside, so yeah. The weird man tried to make us buy fried cockroaches on stick, covered in some mysterious sauce. These snacks looked pretty disgusting, so we turned them down, but we brought something else from him. He looked a bit disappointed. Dolores is still tired and can't seem to sleep it off. Something should be done about that sickness, and Mary Jane has been Mary Jane and Tim has been Tim Tam. And sheesh. Wow. Dolores looks angry in that picture. Looks like she's throttling someone's boot. Well, okay then. You know what I mean. In case I haven't noticed, I'm a slow reader, so yeah, I need to blow myself again, so yeah, sweet baby Jesus. I apologize for the horrors you are witnessing, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Okay. Well, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna give you the gas mask. You know, yeah, I'm just gonna give you the gun. Why not? No. Yeah. least we still have... Oh wait, we don't have the padlock. At least we have the axe. Anyway. Turd left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Mary Jane is still tired. Let's give her some time to recover. Mary Jane, Timmy. What in the ever-living dingle hopper is wrong with you people? When conducting our daily supply count, we've noticed that a soup can was missing. We're absolutely sure it was 3 there just yesterday. That can only mean one thing. We have a soup thief among us. Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit was. I mean, we have a lot of soup. I'm not rightly fussed. I'm more concerned with the water from the Joker right now. So, yeah. Not to mention there's a chance that Ted might have taken it. So, yeah, you know, it would be wrong to accuse someone when not all parties are present, so, yeah. Whatever happened to our precious soup, we'll let it go. One can isn't worth the drama and arguments that would ensue, and we really don't have enough evidence to figure out who did it. Maybe we just made a mistake when counting. We'll never know for sure, but if someone did steal it, they'll be taking their secret to the grave. To our surprise, we found Sharikov back in our sludge, in our motherland shelter. Oh my, I got mad. Fuck this man in particular! That message was from someone I don't like. Anyway, they'll be taking their secret to the grave. To our surprise, we found Sharikov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care? Is it our good care it appreciates? Our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. Mary Jane's still tired. Let's give her some time to recover. Timmy needs to rest a bit longer. Timmy is no longer thirsty. Dolores is thirsty. No longer thirsty. Dolores is not eaten. So, yeah. Boom. Timmy and Mary Jane are in need of some physical exercise. Letting them run outside in the wasteland seems a bit too adventurous, but they could play tag inside the shelter. It's not like we have any expensive vases or antique dishes down there to be broken. Should we let the kids play? I don't see why not. Maybe it'll help them unfuck themselves. We should have seen it coming. Mary Jane and Timmy ran around way too fast, and before we could stop them, they crashed into each other and fell to the ground, causing our supplies to fly in every possible direczione. And they didn't look guilty at all. They seemed more cheerful. Good for them, but now someone has to clean up this mess. Dolores is no longer hungry. Mary Jane has rested. We should get Mary Jane something to drink. Timmy has rested. Well, okay then. Boom. Okay, well now that you're only just fatigued, maybe I can send you out on an expedition later. Okay. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Sharikov found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it out. Plaster and debris fell on our table, topped off with a big meowing furball. What is this thing anyway? Nobody remembers it being there before. The cat might get angry if we take away the wire, so maybe it's best to leave it be. Or should we examine the wire? Oh, we should examine the wire. So, yes. Oh god, is that blood? That might be blood. Or canned soup. Anyway. We followed the wire outside and found a half-burned out truck with 2 surprised gentlemen inside, surrounded by an array of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Were they listening in on us, or in our very own shelter? That feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows you can't have picnics here, and the car has no wheels. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores. Mary Jane's no longer thirsty, so water for Timmy would be nice. Timmy's hungry. Shit. Okay, you know what? Timmy, you've been a real trooper, but also... I mean, what if I did take the Soviet approach right now and just gave neither of them water so that they would technically be equal? That would be fun. Anyway, I mean, Dolores may be a little bit of, she may be a little bit, difficult at times, but she is an adult and therefore probably knows better, so sure. Hang on, you are thirsty. Yes, you are. We keep dreaming about the day our brave American soldiers show up to rescue us from this mess. Alas, this is not happening anytime soon, unless not according to the military broadcast we just heard on the radio. We are to walk to the nearest hill and emit some loud sounds, which will... Yay, harmonicus! I didn't know it'd be handy in this situation, so hell yeah. God, I even have some harmonicas upstairs. I wish I should have taken it. I should have taken it with me. Should have taken it with me. I could have blown that thing. Anyway. We climbed a small hill at the end of our street and performed a stunning rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner on our trusty harmonica. Let's hope this demonstration of patriotism will steer the soldiers our way. So far, the only audience we got were a couple of very surprised mutant cockroaches, which ran away as soon as we started playing. Dolores is no longer thirsty. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Timmy is no longer hungry. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Well, too bad, little man cakes, because we're out. We are just out. Well, maybe a little bit of soup will help. Maybe. The agents who were spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? I mean, I'd need a picture before I could make that particular judgment, but sure. Hello, Daddy-o. You broke the gun? It's taking a bad turn, isn't it? They were agents, real, live secret agents, on a government mission. We saw their identity cards, briefly. They weren't listening in on us, it was the cat they were interested in. They made a request too, wanting us to aid them with some of their top-secret missions in the future. If we do that, they promised that they will extract us to a government safe house full of supplies and donuts. Hopefully they come back soon with more information. Ted has secretly returned from his voyage to the surface. We set off on an expedition to the nearby zoo we used to visit on the weekends. We're happy to report that it was a productive supply run, as well as educational trip. We saw pterodactyls. Oh no. Oh yeah. Pterodactyl whales. chimpandees, a porcupine, a small army of cat roaches, and other majestic creatures that have emerged among the post-nuclear fauna. A friendly-looking crab-toponus. It's a top with crabs. Lazily observed the sea life section from a distance. In its den, we found the body of a zoo worker with some of his possessions laying around. Yay! No longer sick! This makes me very happy of things to come, including myself, hopefully. Running away from humongous taranturaptors, we made our escape through the zoo souvenir shop. Most of it was torn to shreds by the bomb, but a few useful things were still lying about, so hell yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm a lot less mad at the gun situation now that we have some good shit, so yeah. Although water is still a must, so yeah. Our little trip to the surface might have been spotted and followed. We should be more careful next time. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted is really tired. Timmy is in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Mary Jane is no longer hungry. Water is what Mary Jane needs right now. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. Good for her. Okay, you know what? We have a lot of soup, though. Do I really want to get waste soup just because it might be handy? Probably not. We're not certain about the situation on the surface. Okay, Mary Jane, you're our only hope. The twin siblings contacted us again. Today they visited our humble shelter, saying they're looking for a map of the nearby area. Their plan is to find a relatively safe place for a new camp that could accommodate their whole group and anybody else who would want to move in with them. A plan of the city would be very helpful in their situation, at least to help them organise their scouting expeditions. Okay, this is a very tricky situation, because with the radio and the map, we have a direct through line to the government. And also there's the two secret agent men, so there's a chance that they might need the map or be able to communicate with us through the radio as well. Whereas if I give this map to these people, they will be able to give us more supplies, maybe, if they want to organise. Granted, we would also need it very urgently, so there's that. I mean, yeah, at a rough guess, if this took like a few days to do, then, I mean, Timmy might just be dead, and possibly even Mary Jane, depending how bad it gets, but at least we'll still be alive, so you know what? Okay, I'm temporarily giving up my contact to the government, because you know what? Yeah, I've made this joke before off stream, that like this whole family's big deal is, oh yes, the government are going to save us. The government is going to make everything fine. You know, just like in real life. Laugh! Anyway. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, has Timmy run away? We were happy to see them again. We quickly handed them our map and pointed out several locations that might be worth checking out. They left before it got dark, but still get a few hours of scouting in daylight. But they said they would definitely be back again and share some news and a friendly chat. We hope they find a good place. Maybe we could visit them when the camp is ready. Ted is hungry, Ted still hasn't recovered his energy, Ted's still recovered from his sickness, and is really thirsty, aren't we all? If there's one thing we need, it's water. Dolores, Mary Jane. Lack of water drove Timmy insane. He opened the shelter door and ran away without looking back. He's not likely to return. Shit. Well, Timmy, you were sorely missed. And best of luck to your booty cheeks. I hope you find a fine red-headed stepchild out there. Anyway, okay. This little... Hang on. We have our map. We still have our map. I'm very happy. I feel like all might. Even though things are progressively getting worse. Well, whatever, it's cool. Okay, who do we take outside? That's a good question. Okay, time to mask up, I suppose. Oh boy, my pants are getting so tight right now. Not because of anything nefarious, I don't think. Anyway. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Ted. Dolores. Time to ration supplies. We could use some extra supplies. The last time we went on a supply run, we noticed a damaged tank was stuck in nearby trouble. How about we send someone to get the stuff? Why on earth? Yes! 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 Ugh. Dear Lord above. My prayers have been answered. Looks like army rations also consist mostly of canned soup and bottled water, unless someone else left these supplies in the wrecked tank. Dolores will not survive without any water. There you have. Order up, motherfuckers! Oh, just dehydrated? Never mind. Oh, just dehydrated? Never mind. Open in the name of freedom, came a shout from outside the door. We weren't sure who claimed to be representing freedom, but we could hear it was a group of people, probably armed. Anyone who introduces themselves like that is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open? I mean, it can't get much worse. I mean, maybe it's the government. You know, maybe they're just being abrasive because they think that this is. I'm not going to finish that sentence because it would be in very bad taste. So never mind. Well, okay there. Oh! That was a weird timing for my yawn to hit. But yay, they gave us a new gun! Oh, and Ted is no longer fucked up, so yay. Opening the door revealed a group of armed teenagers, possibly high school students. Contrary to what we expected, they were very friendly and requested to know if we've seen any Reds nearby. We couldn't help them. When they found out we were not armed, they were kind enough to leave us a spare rifle. We asked who they were. They said all they said was Wolverines. Okay, some young sprogs doing the plot of Red Dawn, I guess. Dolores no longer thirsty. Yay. Hey, now we're only fatigued, and have at least some water to last one more day for multiple people. So, the last thing we expected to hear while sitting in a fallout shelter was a trumpet. It was played by someone who was clearly not a trumpet player, and who had probably never heard a trumpet player in his entire life. He came with a friend who knocked on the door and demanded that we let the merry men enter, so they could take from the rich and give to the poor. Well, I'd say we're in a pretty bad situation, so why on earth not? Plus we have a gun, so what's the worst that could happen? I'm not seeing any more water right now. Those merry men were not merry at all. They told us that we were rich, and that we should share with the other 99% of the wasteland. They grabbed a few things and left. We couldn't do anything to stop them. Their green clothes were too damn hypnotizing. You get the idea, I hope. Okay. Well, at least you're only tired and hungry. In fact, you know what? In terms of being tired, well, I know fatigued and tired are different, but they're similar enough. That reminds me of an old joke that I heard a long time ago. So yeah, let me regale you with an old joke I heard. A Japanese man, an Irish man, and a Jewish man walk into a bar. The Japanese says, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. I must have your finest your finest bottle of sake. This very British Japanese man said. And then the Irish man walked up. He said, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. I must have your finest pint of Guinness, por favor, please and thank you. And then the Jewish man came up to the bar and said, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I must have diabetes. Sorry, yeah. It was a subversion of the subvertical, so yeah. We played a game of list the things you hate the most, and our neighbour's name kept coming up for some reason. That reminded us that the little weasel had a safe in his living room. We always wondered what's inside. Maybe now's the time to finally find out, but who will do the honours of sealing the possessiones of our arch nemesis? Yeah, why on earth not? I mean, with a beard like that, you could probably scare the facial hair off I was going to say scare the facial hair off a bear, but they'd probably be into that. We marched into Ned's house, probably a cannibal, and found the safe cracked open by the blast. Most of its contents were destroyed, but we still salvaged something out of it. Ned was nowhere to be found. He likely perished in radioactive agony. All told, it was a good day. Dolores no longer hungry. Ted. Also, yeah, in terms of my earlier joke, that's because I've forgotten how the poem goes, but there was once a young cannibal named Ned who liked to eat onions in bed. I forget how the rest of the poem goes, but I guess it's one of those ones with multiple versions, like the man from Nantucket. So yeah. Okay. Hope y'all enjoy your last bit of moisture for the time being. Mary Jane, the power is in your hands. We had the most curious visitors today. One of them was making the sound of a galloping horse using a pair of rocks and hitting them against each other, while his companion was pretending to ride said horse. They claimed to be on a very important quest to seek some magical cup, only they lost their way in the wasteland. They asked permission to have a quick look at our map to determine their whereabouts. Only if it's a quick look, okay? Well, you better not swipe it or I'll fucking have you. Wah, wah, wah. Yay! We still have the map. And is that a still bottle of water I spy? Okay, let's see. They seemed friendly enough, so we let them have a look at our map. They thanked us and offered us some supplies in exchange. We graciously accepted and wished them luck on their quest, I should say. Nothing made us I need to blow myself right now. Sorry. Okay, no, I'll finish reading first. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. Atomic wastelands are hostile by definition, but there are some creatures that survive everything you throw at them, even nuclear bombs. One of them was a monkey, who seemed like it been through a lot, and yet it was very lively, and more than happy to accompany us on our expedition. And it also had inexplicably golden hair. As we explored one of the streets, our monkey companion ran away, only to come back moments later, carrying a can of food. It couldn't open it himself, but it was happy to share with us. At one point during our expedition, the monkey started making weird sounds and digging in front of us with a stick. A quick investigation revealed a few bottles of water. No one even tried to open them. The same couldn't be said about those bottles of booze next to them. Damn it, our gas mask was damaged during the expedition. Well, at least no one is sick, and this pleases me greatly. It might sound paranoid, but we think someone followed us. Let's just hope this doesn't happen again. Dolores is no longer thirsty, Ted is no longer thirsty, Mary Jane is quite hungry and tired. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like, you see what you're missing, Timmer? You see what you miss when you prematurely bolt on everyone? You know, like... Yeah, now we have an amount of water to go around, so yeah. Okay, we're back in business. Okay, Ted, you're our next best bet. Our situation is getting worse every day. We can see the hunger and desperation in each other's eyes. We know a teacher from a local school rescued a bunch of kids when the bomb fell. We also know what kind of supplies are in the school shelter as part of the committee. We helped stock it for an emergency, so technically they're ours, right? Should we claim them in our hour of need? I mean, maybe, quite possibly. Yeah, I'm just making our decisions one nipple at a time, so, yeah, why on earth not? Fuck them kids. Yeah. Maybe one day I will spare the school children. Shh. I'm not mad. We have a medkit. Just soup. Fine. We are now richer in some supplies, but for some reason we don't feel very good about it. Let's just never mention this whole thing again. Looks like Sharikov snuck out to hunt out in the wasteland last night. This morning we found a dead glowing rat on our doorstep. Sharikov seemed pleased with his gift for us and quickly expressed its disappointment when we threw it far away from our home. Nothing good will probably come from touching dead radioactive rodents, though, so maybe we should have just left it where we found it. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything. Everyone has to drink sometimes, including Mary Jane, as only water left. Mary Jane contracted an illness. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it'll stay this way. Ted, I'm not going to complain. Yeah, you are sick. You are sick. Okay, well... Okay, I was expecting that to go way worse, so never mind. Okay, Ted, you are next on the docket. You know what, I'm gonna say the gun, because, yeah, although, then again, last time, you know what, hang on, let's check Dolores's. You know what, Dolly Parton, I think you need the exercise, so yeah, I hope you're a fan of Annie Oakley, lady. Anything you could do, I could do better. I could do anything better than you. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can. Yes, I can. No, you can. Yes, I can. I could hunt a sparrow with a bow and arrow. I could shoot a partridge with a single partridge. I can do most anything. Can you make a pie? No. Well, neither can I. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane. Ted. Ted. Like an MC Teddy. Well, at least that's one less person to worry about feeding for them. It's been a while, but there was another message from the military on the radio. They want us to send one person out to meet them. Sounds like some kind of precaution or a trick. We hope we know what they're getting into. Time will tell, I guess. We made it to the meeting. The serious-looking soldier asked us a few questions, made some notes, and told us that they would get back to us. We can only hope we made a good impression. Too bad our Sunday best didn't make it through the explosion. Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything. Ted isn't thirsty anymore. Ted's stomach is rumbling. We've been wondering what happened to Uncle Brian. I gave away the scout book for supplies. God damn it. Yeah. There's a picture of Uncle Brian in the Boy Scout book. So yeah. Well, moving on. Anyway. What do we have here? Oh well. And so, we are left with no photos, no news, and no happy thoughts. The world is too cruel. Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything. Mary Jane is thirsty. Mary Jane is hungry. Ted is no longer hungry. A band of raiders are at our doorstep. They demand that we let them in. There is no game. We either yield or we fight back. There's no middle ground here. Oh yeah? Well, lucky for you, I have the power of bardic sick beats! Please don't kill us, please don't, we can help you out. We are gonna fuck with no more raiders, so you can't get out. Please don't kill us, please. I really want to appease to the last of your humanity, cause I know what I'm waiting for. An attempt was made. This is going to be a really good episode to take clips from. I can feel it in the bones. They lowered down their weapons and cried a few tears, surprised by the beauty of our music. They will let us live today. Mary Jane is still tired. Let's give her some time to recover. Mary Jane is no longer thirsty or hungry. If Ted doesn't drink something, he won't last long. Yeah, go nuts, my guy. It's really weird when you get the feeling that something is watching you. Our shelter is tiny, but this has been bugging us for a while now. We checked all the closets and no one's hiding there. Is there something alive down here besides us? Maybe a rodent of some kind? If so, we need to show it that we are the dominant species in this little paradise of ours. I'm getting the strong feeling that if we bash in some wall or something with the axe, then we lose the axe. So that would really suck if so, especially considering one potential way things can go is the government going on the radio saying we have to go to a nearby park to chop down trees to let people know that we're around. So, yeah. You know, no, we're gonna, you know, like, you know, a lion does not concern himself with the opinions of mice, even if they are radioactive. So yeah. We were running around looking for something to smash that furry rodent with. It just disappeared, so did one of our food cans. The question is, how did that devil fit it through one of those little holes? Jesus, that implies some things. Although luckily we do have a lot of soup, so fair enough. A pair of strangers, probably bandits, searched the remains of our house above. We overheard them talking. One of them mentioned they'd captured a woman whose description matched Dolores. We don't think they will let her go. Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. What the fuck? No! No! Okay. Battle stations. You know, Mary Jane, here's our game plan right now. You take the axe. You have a couple big old butter arms on you, so you know what? I trust that if you, like, did a couple bicep curls and to keep your stomach full, then you'll be able to swing that thing like fucking Kratos. We got guns and we got bullets. I have played enough of The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 to know that you don't fuck with the bullettos. So, yeah. And then we're gonna roll up, you know, like dingle hoppers swanging left to write, or clonkers in your case, since you're lacking that particular appendage, and say, hey, let my red-headed hot wife Skittalator go, or else we're gonna do some things to you specifically. And then they will either say, oh yes, we're very sorry, we do profusely apologise, or they'll say, fuck off, can, and then, you know, and then we just start spraying, we just start blasting, and, yeah, at which point it's their funeral, and then we live happily ever after, and then, yeah, and then you do a little birthday celebration dance that you planned out in the hallway. Yeah, and you just run it flopping up back and forth. You can make your dick however big you want it to be. It's your fantasy. So, yeah. Basically that. Well, we're almost certain there are bandits around. Running into them would be a big mistake. Okay, Ted. You know what? We don't have much of a choice. We need water. If Sharikov considers our shelter its home, we might as well try to get along. We could try to carry it around and pet it on the head. All cats like a good pet, and Sharikov should hopefully be no exception. Otherwise, any attempt to hurt a cat could lead to our untimely deaths. Should we try to play with him? I mean, you know what? Worst case scenario, even if the cat does end up, like, you know, violently eviscerating us, you know, at least it's all part of the great circle of life, you know, man eat meat, cat eat man, man become meat, and meat become cat, and man eat cat, and then Kovivi. That is a joke, just to clarify. I don't actually. Yes, it sucks that I have to clarify something sometimes because, like, yeah, like in the words of Lindsay Ellis, the things modern-day white nationalists and racists say is just canonically more absurd than anything Borat has ever fictionally believed. So yeah, basically that. Anyway, we actually rubbed its head before it ran away in panic. It was nice and soft. They say petting a fluffy animal is good for you, and you're sure enough, we feel slightly better. It's really good to pet a cat sometimes, because you gotta appreciate the little things in life and build your bed. You have to make your bed every day in order to do society and the cultures and the Marxisms and the globalisms. Jesus. Okay then. Moving on. This wasn't our best idea, but at least it didn't end up in a complete disaster. While chasing the cat around the shelter, we found a forgotten soup can stuck behind the shelf. Score! Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it all day. Ted is hungry. I want cake. Don't we all? You know, even the cake that isn't necessarily attached to the flour, if you know what I mean. Well, here's, I'll drink to that. Okay, I'm thinking... You know what, I'm going to send you out with some soup while I'm at it. Yeah, maybe you'll find a lovely soup traveller sometime. Toad left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need her to drink something fast. Well, hopefully a little soup helps, maybe. Bandits are coming at the door. But also you're in no fit position to fight, so never mind. Oh god, I hope they didn't just shoot her. Oh, they didn't pursuit her, thank goodness. We live to see another day. Our attempt at producing beautiful, sorrowful music that would soften their hearts resulted in a cacophony of hellish noises instead. The attackers ran away, covering their ears. They will probably be back. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink fast. Mary Jane is tired. She becomes very cranky. She should be better in a few days. Yeah, I suppose. Well, I guess we'll see how that goes. That trash can of ours is getting disgusting. The good news is that we don't have much of an appetite when we see it, so we're saving some food. Yet, for some reason, we would like to tidy this mess up. Those giant green cockroaches are a pretty good motivator. Damn it. Damn it all. Oh. Oh dear. Wow. The end. We underestimated the value of a cat in this environment. We thought we had a cockroach infestation on our hands, but Sharikov took care of it while we were asleep. Was it reminded of its hunting days before the bombs dropped? Was it mesmerized by the roach's glow? Or does it just have an undeniable thirst for fresh cockroach blood? Well, we'll never know why, but we're grateful that we don't have to deal with the insects ourselves any longer. When we just tried to get in our shelter, we found another family inside. They were very convincing with their shotguns and forced us to leave. Shit. When Mary Jane found out she was not getting a single drop of water, she got furious and stormed out into the wasteland, shouting over her shoulder that we'll regret this, and that she's getting her water one way or another. We are seriously terrified right now. Of all places we could have perished, this is probably the best one. Or maybe not. We held out 57 days. Which might be a new record, I think. So, yeah. I think, it was either 55 or 60 some odd days was my last record, so yeah. All of us are safe. It's raining crates. Hallelujah. It's alternative diet. We can hear things a Trojan horse. Our house 60 seconds later. The neighbors downstairs nuclear. The fallout has gone. Something smells worse than us. We made contact with the military. Beast fight, an unexpected call. Winner takes all. Fine arts. Let us out. Reading competition. Discord in the ranks. It's out of the bag. Left the army a message. It's just visiting. Someone followed us. Backyard. Reunited. Following betrayal. CMOTD. Soup thief. There. And back again. Tag you're it. Fun and games. The Star-Spangled Banner. Big Brother. Someone followed us. Radioactive fauna. The Grand Plan. Thirst drove Timmy away. Tank Girl. Wolverines. Call the sheriff. Is Ned safe? How? Safe? The knights, you say? Someone followed us. Planet of the Apes, the Dark Side, Blind Date, Family Ties, Bandits shall not pass. Ratatouille, Dolores was captured, A Beautiful Friendship, Bandits shall not pass. Bugs first drove Mary Jane away, forced to leave by another family. It's like a metaphor for something or other, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Anyway. Oh, by the way, is this, okay, I hope... You were driven away. We're all scattered to the waysides, aren't we? Jesus. Well, that was certainly an adventure and a half. Oh, what do we have here? Mary Jane will never stay. Yeah, you don't say. Well, I'd say that was sufficiently traumatic. I will now play something else. Probably Resident Evil. So yeah. Although I will have to do some sound checks. I probably shouldn't be that bad. Actually, yeah, I will do Resident Evil. You want to know why? Because if I did Disco Elysium right now, I would have to do a bunch of reading, and as much as I like the sound of my own voice, my throat does indeed have its limits. So yeah, Oh yeah, and now while we're here, we'll chat my trophies in. So yeah, we got like a bag and some other stuff, and some other stuff, and some other stuff, and some lady cakes, and some big fakes, and some lady bakes, and a new species of mutant from so-and-so. I will survive, and I don't want to lose control, and I think I like it about you and stuff. Okay, well, take care now. Bye-bye then. I'll talk to you later, probably, hopefully. So, yeah, thanks for enjoying the show. Okay, here's the thing. Because this game isn't very visually distinct, it will be a bit of a ball ache to find all of the funny moments here. So, yeah. But otherwise, take care now, bye-bye then, and hopefully I will talk to you later. I had to... talk to you later. So, yeah.